Should you pull for Beatrix's BT? Her roles are going to be a magic attacker, dispeller, healer, and a battery. Saint Cloth, her skill 1, it is a total of 6 HP attacks. It grants the party Brave by 50% of her own max Brave. It also grants the party HP regen by 10% of their max HP for 12 turns. Thunder Slash, her skill 2, it is 2 HP attacks with 20% splash. Don't panic about that just yet, just hear me out. She grants the party Noble Loyalty for 8 turns. Thunder Slash becomes the plus version when the party has at least 9 buffs. The plus version will deal 5 HP attacks with 150% splash, and for extra support, it will also grant the party Brave by 30% of the HP damage dealt. Climb Hazard, her EX, it starts from 3 split HP attacks, but you get an extra split HP attack per plus that Climb Hazard has. So at Climb Hazard plus, the max version, you would have 5 split HP attacks. The move increases use of Thunder Slash by 1. It grants her buff Sword General for 6 turns, and it upgrades her HP command to Holy Knight Safeguard once. Holy Knight Safeguard, her EX variant of her HP attack. It is an instant turn rate move that deals 4 HP attacks. It grants the party Brave by 20% of the HP damage dealt. It extends her own active buffs by 1 turn. It heals the party by 100% of HP damage dealt up to 40% of max HP. And lastly, it grants Holy Knight Safeguard for 2 turns. Shock, her LD, it is 5 split HP attacks that ignores defense. It dispels all enemy buffs. It grants the party Brave by 20% of HP damage dealt. It grants the party HP regen by 10% of max HP for 12 turns, and it inflicts onto all enemies Rose Petals for 8 turns. Rose Petals, this is going to be her counter attack. It triggers in 2 scenarios: whenever the party is attacked or when Beatrix herself attacks. It is 4 HP attacks with 150% splash. It dispels 1 buff from the target. It ignores defense, and at the end, it grants the party Brave by 30% of the HP damage dealt. Dedicated Knight's Pride, or FR, it grants the party HP regen of 10% of max HP for 12 turns, and during her FR, whenever the party has 12 or more buffs, they get a party HP cap up of 20%. Rose of May, her BT, it lasts for 8 turns. It gives a party HP cap up of 30%. It gives Party Thunder enchant, and lastly, it makes it so that Beatrix's buffs will not ever decrease. Just let that sink in for a second. Let's get to what her buffs and debuffs are. Sword General, it gives Beatrix an 100% attack up. Holy Knight Safeguard, it raises the party's HP damage resist by 100%. Rose Petals, her debuff, or her trap in this case, it has a Brave Sap of 10% of Beatrix's max Brave, and it inflicts onto the enemy Thunder Resist down. Beatrix's Force Conditions. The first one gives a 5% whenever anyone's using a Thunder ability, including off-turn damage, an extra 15% whenever Beatrix is the one using a Thunder ability, including off-turn damage, and the last condition gives a 40% whenever the party has between 12 or 49 buffs. So if you were to spread that out, that would be at least 4 buffs per unit. Beatrix's pros, let me just to start off, she is fantastic in almost every facet of being a unit in this game. She's great in offense, she's great in defense, and support capabilities, she's great in that too. Looking at purely her damage, keep in mind, her trap triggers whenever she moves as well. So you're also getting an extra 4 HP attacks every single move. Because of that, Beatrix has very high single target damage. With one of her buffs, if you recall, granting the entire party HP damage resist up by 100%, she is also defense oriented. On the support side, every single move that she does, including her trap attacks, give the party Brave to some degree. You're going to be having constant Brave batteries with her. And in my opinion, she gives good enough support auras to where if you wanted her to be the main support unit, she could get the job done. If you think about it, as long as you build your team accordingly, she can be any role you want. She can be your main DPS, she could be your main support, she could be your defense unit. Let's also remember her BT, making her buffs last indefinitely. As long as her BT is up, her buffs will not go down. You might as well, right? You might as well make her all the way broken. There's no reason to half-ass it, you know? Additionally, what I really like about Beatrix's kit is that she bases around your party having buffs. And to me, that is way more consistent than if Beatrix relied on the enemy having debuffs. 2 reasons why I think this. It's because enemy cleansing is often more frequent in bosses than enemy dispelling. Second reason, buffs are often easier to upkeep than debuffs. Of course, the difficulty varies from unit to unit, but overall, overall, it's much easier to buff your party than it is to debuff the enemy. A great thing about Beatrix's traps, they last a very long time. You can only apply it with her LD, but whenever her LD does apply it, you're having 8 turns of rose petals, so the enemy will have to move 8 turns in order for the debuff to wear out, and that's only for 1 LD. She has 4 LD uses. Unless the enemy has 10 moves at a time, your trap really isn't going to run out, even in very long-winded fights. It's also what makes Beatrix fantastic. Not only that, when you're looking at her FR, it's very generic, easily attainable by most people, and if your team features a lot of off-turn damage, not just Beatrix, you're going to be seeing fairly high numbers from her. Luckily, Beatrix's kit doesn't rely on if the enemy has buffs or not. However, if the buffs are super annoying and you want to get rid of them, Beatrix's LD does group dispel as well. However, it's only in cases of emergency, and it's not something that you can continually spam. It's still really nice though that she has it. Last but not least, we gotta mention her pretty high party HP cap ups, 50% across the board for everyone whenever her BT and FR is active. I think that's a very solid boost, and any extra HP cap ups that you can get, this is very good. Beatrix's cons, this is gonna be like 2 seconds. She has no burst healing. Wait, does she have a burst healing option? Wait, she does have healing. Oh my god, from her HP attack. All right, ignore that. I didn't put that in there. So the only con she has is that elemental lockouts. Oh, how sad. Is her BT necessary for her to be top tier? It depends on what you want. Without her BT, the biggest things you're going to be missing are her Party Thunder enchant and her indefinite buff effect. But like I said before, there are many other units, even call options, that could still give Party Thunder enchanting, and her BT allowing her buffs to be indefinite. The buff that really benefits from this would be her Holy Knight Safeguard, which gives the party extra defense. Her indefinite buff benefits mainly with Beatrix's defense. If you already have enough defense in your party outside of her healing, her brave supports, and her off-turn attacks all work the exact same. So if you're hard pressed for BT resources and you're willing to give up on a few things with her, she'll still work great. My should you pull rating for Beatrix is an S+. I mean, what can't she do? She is so multifaceted. She is a master of all trades. I can't really put all of my thoughts into the right words. All I can say is that Steiner is a very lucky man. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!